Hey guys, what's going on? We're back as Enhancement Shaman in a solo shuffle on the pre-patch midnight thing or mabob. I don't know. It's pre-patch. Everything's chaotic. And yeah, this is the first shuffle that I do as Enhanced. And I decided to choose Totemic to be the first one I have done. And this is the only PvP I have done outside of playing one as Resto. But anyways, what we got here is me on Enhance. We actually have a Devourer Demon Hunter. We have a Mistweaver Monk. We got a Disco Priest, a Havoc Demon Hunter, and a Elemental Shaman. And if you didn't realize, I have no add-ons enabled. And yes, my damage meters are coming up in the next round because I forgot to enable them on this character. I know it happened. But anyways, so my thoughts so far is that it was fun, but this is pre-patch. This is pre-patch. Devourer obviously definitely seems a bit overtuned. You'll see it coming up. This kind of goes crazy. I don't know, and I don't even understand what he's doing either. So it's really hard for me to really judge anything as of yet. But yeah, here I go ahead. I enable my meters, and you can just see the damage go ahead. Um, but here it's myself and the Devourer versus the Ellie and the Havoc. So my thought process here is let's shut down the Elemental Shaman, right? He's a caster, and I can't really get a huge amount of damage on a Havoc, and anytime I hit a Havoc, they just seem to dodge a lot. So I'm like, okay, let's just go after the Elemental Shaman. So I back off a little bit, get a Hex onto the Mistweaver, and I peek onto the Havoc, but honestly, I'm not really feeling it all that much, so I dip behind the pillar, see if I can't pull them in and get my butt right back to the Ellie Shaman and see if I can't get any pressure onto him. But I get Hex, which is unfortunate. And due to the fact of not having enough talents, I have to choose my talents carefully, which sucks. So I'm missing a lot of things. Like I don't even have Rocky as a defensive, so it kind of sucks. But you can see I'm kind of connecting to this Shaman, so I go ahead for a hex. I got cooldowns. I should have waited a few more seconds to get that hex off because I have cooldowns about to roll out, and that's where all my damage comes from. So I go ahead, start prepping, drop my totem, drop Asunder, drop Doom Winds, and I start blasting. And honestly, the Doom Winds window is feeling really, really powerful, as you can see. Like, that's my Doom Winds window right now, and that's a lot of damage considering how little it felt, or how very little it did last season. Right now, it's actually feeling really, really powerful. The fact that it gets incorporated with Thorm's invocation, so making it extremely good. I haven't tried Stormbringer, so I plan to do that very, very soon on stream. I'll be doing some PvP, so hopefully it even performs better. But you can see I am making a dent into the Ellie Shaman, but you know, he gets healed right away, so it all disappears. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna back off just a little bit, but they come crawling over, so I'm like, okay, well, back to the Ellie Shaman. I got cooldowns in about 5 seconds here, so I'm getting ready to blast. Nothing crazy about to happen. Just getting prepped here, and I go for a hex, get the hex. I'm like, okay, perfect. Let's drop a stun. Let's hit the Ellie real quick. Get out of my route. Drop my totem and everything. Spin. You can just see that's the damage of Doom Winds right now. Like it's going ham. It's quite impressive. And then the Devourer just comes in and it deletes him. I don't know. I don't know. I thought I was doing a lot of damage, and he just and he's dead. It's like, okay. So here it's myself and the Ellie versus the two demon hunters, which quite terrifying actually. So the Ellie shaman called out to go after the disc priest, which I kind of agreed with because there's really not a whole lot that I can do to demon hunters, and just getting cleaved down doesn't always feel all that great. So we start off by sitting on the disco, but get a little bit of cooldown, but not a huge amount. As you can see, he's just quickly topped himself back up. We don't have a mortal strike or anything, so it's very difficult to get anything. So I go ahead and try and catch a hex on one of the DPS. Unfortunately, they use glimpse or whatever to just ignore it, so it's quite unfortunate. But you can just see this Devour goes in. I have no idea. Huge damage onto our Ellie Shaman, terrifying. I get blasted down to half health. I get interrupted. I drop a wall, very late, which is a bit unfortunate, but better late than never, right? So I go for a hex onto the disco, get it, but unfortunately, I believe he deathed it, so he was able to get out. Ultimate penitence, go ahead and ground that, catch it all, and we're just trying to see what we can get. I got Doom Winds coming up, so I'm like, okay, let's see if I can't get anything. Drop a little cap totem, drop totem, blast, start blasting. You can see the damage is there. Like I got damage. I pre-dropped a tremor. We start getting somewhere and he pain suppressant. So now I'm like, oof. Okay, not a whole lot I can do here. I have him in the corner, but am I really getting anywhere with it? No. No, it's unfortunate. So I back off, try and go for a hex on one of the demon hunters, slow a little bit of damage so my Ellie can survive, but I'm not really doing anything right now at all. Like, I come back to try and hit the hunters, but I like genuinely don't feel like I'm doing any damage outside of Doomwins. I feel pretty useless, and there is a fear onto the monk, but unfortunate I didn't have tremor. And then he pops a bubble onto our elemental shaman. So I'm like, okay, I'm full health. I'm not worried. And yeah, I was full health. Keyword, I was full health. So I don't know really what that devourer did, but yeah, he slapped me pretty good. Yeah. So again, it's me and the Ellie Shaman. We got the Disco Priest with us, so I'm just gonna hit the monk, see what the heck happens. And he pops revival with the immunity thing. So he ends up ignoring a lot of my damage, which sucks, but I haven't used anything yet. As you can see, I still have Doom Winds, I still have Storm, I drop my totem over, boom, we start connecting, and I get stunned. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trinket and just blast and see if I can't catch him, but he's just easily getting out of stuff. I got no slow. I didn't take the slow nature talent because I didn't think it was worth it. But it turns out it probably is worth it. I'm not gonna lie. So I go ahead, go for a hex on one of the demon hunters. And you can just see the damage from this devourer is just unreal. Like I got clipped by an ability and I dropped about 40%. It was insane. And they just two tapped the Ellie Shaman. It's like, what the heck? So now it's myself and the Havoc Demon Hunter. So I called out to go after the Ellie. So I just, there was no real communication. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna assume he's gonna go for the Ellie too. So we go ahead. I see the Devourer kind of. I don't know what his cooldowns are just yet. Um, so I kind of just see him hit us. So I just pop wall. In hindsight, I should probably save wall for when he enters Metamorphosis. I think that's the key. I'm not really sure. So I go ahead and try and hex the devourer, but interrupted. So I go again and he glimpses it. So I'm like, okay. There goes hex, I guess. And you can just see like we're getting clobbered. We're actually getting clobbered here. And like it's actually unreal by this devourer. Like he's doing so much damage. And it's not like the other demon hunter isn't doing damage. I'm not doing damage. It's just his damage just seems to be, something else. As you can see, I'm getting blasted here, but I don't really have anything. I do have burrow, but I didn't. I got paints up, and I really didn't feel like I needed to burrow. I guess. So I go ahead, go for a hex, and it gets grounded. I'm like, crap. We're not really getting anywhere here, which really sucks. So I pop cooldowns, I get banished, so it's like whatever. I don't have an interrupt for the soothing mist, so we're just kind of wailing into this Ellie shaman, and his HP isn't really going anywhere. So I'm like, what the heck do we do? Like we're just kind of smashing into a wall, and there's burrow, so I'm like, okay. And my wall's coming up soon, so that must mean the Ellie shaman has a wall coming up as well. So it's kind of like, and I got 30 seconds on cooldowns. We don't really have anything we can do really to shut them down within this time limit. So you kind of get a connection, go for the hex, get interrupted, go for another hex here in a second, eat the interrupt once again. I tried to stop the Song of Chi, but I couldn't, so I just go ahead and burrow. I just went ahead and burrowed. Thought I would be safe. Kind of present, and then poof. Yeah, I guess I should have walled at 80%, knowing that the Devourers in the match. I don't know. Anybody else having this issue with Devourers? Because it's kind of wild. But it is pre-patched and everything is, absurd. But anyways, same plan is we're gonna kind of chase after the Ellie Shaman, see if we can't, do anything. And, to our surprise, we can't. Um, but we're gonna try anyway. So we get a slight connection. We get a nice little fear. Get our combo set up, and you can see we're getting damage onto this guy. He's a bit scared. He's got pain suppression on him, and the other demon hunter is kind of just standing out. He's clobbering us, as you can see. We get slapped pretty good there. We both went down to about 30% HP, and it's like oof. So I'm gonna try and hex the demon hunter as much as I can, so that way we can reduce the amount of damage we're taking. And here we go. We're going for it, trying to eat grounding totem, all that stuff. We get the hex. Perfect. Okay, he goes ahead and trinkets. Like, man, now we're gonna get slapped pretty good. So he goes for a hex, and he gets the hex off on the Mistsphere, but I don't know where he is. And to be honest, that's a really small icon, so I don't even think I noticed it. But we're kind of safe. We're kind of safe. We feel safe. I got cooldowns. There's a pain suppression, so now we just gotta wait that out. And we get stunned, which is huge, because that means we are now only 1 CC away from being DR'd. I drop a tremor, get priest out of the monk out of the fear, whatever that is. And then here I'm gonna go for another hex, or not. I thought I did, but I guess not. So we're gonna commit a burst and try to finish off the Ellie Shaman here, but he goes ahead and burrows, right? He gets that burrow and he's like, oh yeah, I'm safe. I'm like, oh man, this sucks. So we're really hanging on by a thread here. It's like, what do we do? What do we do? So I'm connected onto this Ellie Shaman. I'm just like, please fall over. So we're connected, and I have a feeling this Devourer has a burst coming in soon, right? So I'm like, I'm getting scared. I see the Void Ray. I'm like, okay, what's happening? What's happening? I don't know. So I'm a little terrified. But honestly, I have no idea what's about to happen. So we're just trying to push this guy as fast as possible, see what we can do. And I go ahead and wall, and thank goodness I did, because I would have been dead there. I would have been dead there. It was actually terrifying. And we slowly working away, go for a hex under the priest, but he outranges me, so it's like, uh-oh. And I believe both healers are I have a burst going, and we're getting there, and he's almost dead. He's not dead. He's almost dead, and he's so close, and he's dead. So we take a game off the Devourer. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully you're enjoying pre-patch. Laters!